Okay. So, I ran into this little idiot who seems to keep trying to twist it so that his beliefs overturn science. Now, this logical fallacy, which he wishes to pursue, is with the idea that cosmology, biology, chemistry, and physics, basically, are all religions. And that we have no physical proof of anything, and that we must be worshiping the universe. That's as bad as these idiots running around saying that they got a non-binary gender and they're astrogender because they feel that their gender is attached to the stars and the planets, which is just about as ludicrous as your crap. Cosmology and science is not a religion. We see physical observations of galaxies in every direction going away from us. In fact, we know that all of them are, except for Andromeda, which will be here in about 3 billion years, filling up our sky, and within 5 to 6, it'll be in full interaction with the Milky Way. But we won't be here for that, so really no need to worry about it, even though it would be really wonderful to live for 3 billion years and be able to actually watch as it expands in the sky for that time, but that's impossible because of, well, the chemical reactions going inside your body, the way they actually work. And therefore, every life form has a different timeline, depending on its genetics. Everything has a timeline of death and birth, basically, whether it's considered to be living or not, because basically you are a chemical reaction. But so is the sun. Can you say that it's not alive? Well, it doesn't seem to be alive, it's life that we know it as, but it does actually have a lifespan, and it will die one day in an explosion where it gases off everything that's left over after gravity fails, and its fusion reaction shuts down. This will happen when it reaches the absolute overload of iron, which will eventually shut down the fusion reaction. And that goes to the Big Bang, which was actually by the man was a good cosmologist as far as his ability to figure out, you know, that this must be some kind of reaction where the pressure and the heat is so much that actual elements confused together, and it was. That's exactly what's going on. But he was also a creationist, and he was kind of nutty. And so, as a more or less a cut down, an insult to what people were saying, he says, yeah, what, like a Big Bang? And it took. And it became the Big Bang Theory. Even though that theory was somebody else's, he's the one that ended up naming it because they all thought it was really comical that he was so upset with this hypothesis that was coming up. And we surmise that there should be some background cosmic radiation if such an event took off, and sensors prove that that is exactly what we found that's out there. There's a cosmic background radiation that was left over from the event of the massive expansion of our universe. We see it through redshift, we see the cosmic background radiation, we're always looking for new answers. That's why nothing will ever go above a theory, because there's always room for improvement on these subjects that we work on. And he's like, well, tell me one atheist has never done it. Oh, he said atheists have never proved or discovered anything. And that atheism is actually death. No. What atheism is that I don't believe you. I don't blindly believe some man screaming shit out of a book. I have to see physical proof of this for it to actually be tangibly proven, and to the point to where I can say, okay, well, you've proven your fact, this is the case, and so let's move on to the next set of questions. They keep dragging back to the same thing over and over again. It's a circular argument. It's the same thing with the transgender agenda. You know, you can't question their transness. You can't question the Word of God. If you do not question things, you lay stagnant. Okay, and laying stagnant means that there is no progression in anything. So if we sat there and went by hearsay of what someone said they feel, we're not going off of empirical information or proof of anything. We're going off of someone's hearsay of what they feel, without any kind of physical, tangible way of testing it ourselves and saying, okay, this is the way this works. But that's what science does. That's what religion doesn't do. Religion refuses to let you question them. The trans agenda refuses to let you question them. Do you see the correlation here? I'm a trans lesbian. Okay, I haven't taken any hormones. I know I got a beard, but I'm a lesbian, and you're going to have sex with me, because if you don't, you're transphobic. Lesbians are women that like women. They like a vagina. Men that like women that have a vagina. If you have a little slonging down below there, you know, and dangling back and forth as you walk, no, you are not a woman. If you plan on keeping that little swingy thing, no, you will never be a woman. Just like you will never be on the other side of what is you supposedly hoping is over there after you die. Neither one are going to get their wish. Okay? If you want to go out and get the surgery, then yes, you're physically shaped like a woman. You basically are going to be one of the females. You're not good for anything else. You have a vagina. Even if it's, you know, a pseudo-vagina or whatever you want to call it. It's a vagina. It basically looks and acts like a vagina would. To him, it feels like a vagina. To you, it's going to feel like a vagina. Nowadays, not like it was in my days where they say it'd just be a numb hole. You actually get the climax, and they actually have the ability to have you lubricate like a woman. So basically, for all intents and purposes, you're going to be a woman. And you're going to deal with everything that a woman has to deal with. Trust me on that one. He was stupid. And then he told me everything, so it ended up backfiring in his case. But, you know, hey, that's because drunk men are stupid and say everything that they shouldn't be saying in front of the female that they've just pissed off. So, yeah. There is protocols of biology and physics and chemistry that you must follow. And you'll come to the correct answers. The same thing with the medical science. You should follow the medical science, not what somebody else says. A group saying that you can't question trans, you can. And in fact, it took them questioning, is trans really a mental illness, or is it some kind of physical condition that we have not found yet? Otherwise, Jazz Jennings would have a beard right now crying about, I'm not a boy, I'm not a boy, I don't want to look like this, please stop, someone help me. And then she'd blow her head off. Or take a bunch of pills, or drown herself, or electrocute herself. She would kill herself in some way because she was a high risk and ended up the other way. They helped her, they gave her the Dutch protocol. And she's now finished. She's a traitor because she doesn't understand science and really has no clue about what she's talking about. She ain't got any idea that she's lucky enough to even be able to go to a college without them fucking with her constantly, throwing them out, doing things to them that they shouldn't have done. I was second in the nation by the time I was in the 9th grade in all sciences. I walked into that college and blew away their math exam so badly the math department was like, oh my God, we got a math prodigy. It kind of comes with the part about physics and astrophysics to be exact. Very intense math. And then, you know, how can you do advanced calculus in your head? I've been doing it since I was like 19 years old, so this is just a new day. Then I went and took that first major exam in the science courses. And they're all sitting there with their mouths wide open like, oh my God, we got a science prodigy here. Yeah. You have a full-blown underage cosmologist sitting in your midst. You just don't know it yet because I started so young. I mean, I don't know too many 10-year-olds to get a chance to spend a stint at a 200-inch telescope. I really don't. Except for Christine Eller. But that's only because my mother and father were PhDs in cosmology, and so was her grandparents. So, yeah, that pretty much gave her an edge like that. But mine was more nuclear engineer PhD. I just happened to be running a telescope when I was 10 years old and ran into a cosmologist who I impressed very fast. That's how I got there. But when you sit here and try to say that sciences that I have studied all my life are a religion, I'm going to say something to you about it because it's just ideologically moronic. So, religion and the transgender agenda are running off the same exact garbage. They use circular arguments. They pressure you have to believe. You cannot sit there and question us. This is not a good thing. This is a horrible thing. And this thing has to be stopped. Both the religious fanatics and the fanatic advocates of a obvious pseudoscience crap. There's no such thing as non-binary. It's never been proven. In fact, there's a lot of proof to the binary when you look at neuroanatomy microscopically. There's nothing that proves any of what they've said. And the way it is if you have a vagina between your legs, you're female. If you've got a penis between your legs, you're male. That is it. You cannot change those physical facts. If you still have a penis and you haven't changed over to a vagina, you're still a man. That's that. End of story. It's because the physical proof between your legs is that you're a dude. Sorry. No vagina, no trans female. No vagina, no woman. You have a penis and you keep your penis, you're still a damn man. So don't sit there and try to make me feel like I should go away and I'm in wrong, because I'm not wrong. If you pull down your fucking pants and there's a dick hanging down there, you're a goddamn man. If you have to sit down on a toilet and get some toilet paper to wipe yourself from your crotch because there's nothing hanging down there, then you're a woman. And you're not going to be able to change those facts. Those are physical, biological facts that will never be able to be changed. So when you go around calling me true scum and I'm a religious nutcase because I believe in the Big Bang and cosmology is just religion, you're dead wrong. I've studied cosmology since I was 10 years old. I've studied biology and chemistry and all of that previously, before that, and during and beyond. So when you sit there and try to tell me that I'm wrong, you're so dead wrong you can't believe it. I mean, you can't sit there and go against facts. And I have the facts. You don't. So it's time for you to drop it.